I suppose I've been doing research of some sort since I started in librarianship over 25 years ago. And it's varied, the different kinds of research I've done. It's been a combination of just gathering data. It's been talking to other people. It's been talking to my colleagues. But I think more recently I've been involved in benchmarking as a research methodology. It's a great way of comparing how your hospital looks compared to other hospitals in terms of full-time equivalents and number of resources that you have and how much money you spend on them. So it can really answer some great questions about how your library fares. The first time I really used the data from the MLA benchmarking project was in 2002 when my hospital was looking at some very severe budget cuts. And I was asked to cut our budget by 50%. 50% is a big amount. So I looked at how did our library compare in terms of full-time equivalents and number of employees, number of residents, the amount that we were spending on journals and books and electronic resources. How did that compare to other libraries of my size, and what would cutting the budget by 50% do to us? And what I learned was, for the previous 5-6 years, we had been in about the 75th percentile, so we were doing very well as a hospital library. Cutting it back would have brought us to about a median level, to the 50th percentile. So although it really hurt to make those cuts, and we had to make those cuts given the environment, what was going on in Maine at the time, and it really hurt because it also meant I had to cut some staff. It meant that we were still good, and for that purpose, good was good enough. I've learned that if you're going to make a presentation to your administration, they need it concise. They don't want to read a whole lot. You have to give them just the key information. And they also want to see, if you're doing benchmarking, that you're comparing yourself with the same hospitals, the same institutions that they're using for any of their benchmarking criteria. So it's important to work with your administrators to see which hospitals is it that they benchmark with. And those are really the ones you want to be going after. And I've learned that you can't go into any of this emotionally. Emotions just don't cut it when we're talking about the bottom line. It can be near and dear to your heart, but you've got to have hard facts and treat it as a business. I think the whole MLA benchmarking project has helped me. I mean, without MLA, we wouldn't have been able to do the benchmarking that we've done. We wouldn't have been able to gather all the data. I wouldn't be able to compare. I mean, it's a tremendous project, and there are hundreds of libraries that participate.